Welcome into tomorrow. I'm Dave Graveline. Coming up on this week's Product Spotlight, we've got a hopeful solution for you for hands-free speakerphone in your car. You don't want to miss that. But first, let's start with our tech term of the week. Here's Andrea.
Thanks, Dave. And the tech term for this week is HDMI, which means High Definition Multimedia Interface, which has a digital audio and video interface, which is capable of transmitting uncompressed streams. The idea is to use a single cable instead of many cables when connecting your HD, DVD, or your Blu-ray player to your TV set. It resembles a USB cable, as you can see here, and an HDMI connector is far smaller than the DVI cable, or Digital Visual Interface, designed to maximize the visual quality of digital display devices like LCDs. So, this week's Into Tomorrow tech term, HDMI. Now, back to you, Dave.
Thanks, Andrea. Safety, of course, very important when driving your car. Many local governments, in fact, have passed laws to prohibit cell phone use while driving. However, there are several hands-free speakerphones that we've been testing on Into Tomorrow. One in particular, the latest hands-free speakerphone from Blue Ant. Raul Belmonza joins us with this week's Product Spotlight as we talk about the Blue Ant Supertooth Light Hands-Free. Hey, Rob.
Hey, Dave.
What can you tell us about this?
Well, I recently drove up to South Carolina to visit my family, and that's a 10-hour plus drive. So I needed something that would be effective, that I could hear the caller and the caller could hear me, and I didn't want to use my Bluetooth headset because it would be a pain to have it for more than 10 hours.
Yeah, you don't really want that stuck to your ear. Plus, people in traffic tend to look at you funny.
Exactly. Well, I had this clip on my sun visor, and the audio was great. And the Blue Ant Supertooth Light actually clips onto your visor, and it's a new and stylish hands-free speakerphone, which was very effective.
So I'm assuming since it clips onto your visor with this convenient clip, the install isn't very complicated.
It's not at all. Out of the box, all you do is you bring the mic out and it turns on the unit. And with your Bluetooth-enabled mobile phone, you search for the device, which actually you'll see that it says ST Lite on your mobile phone, and you'll be able to pair it right away.
So ST for Supertooth Light on the mobile phone, easily paired. How many Bluetooth-enabled phones can you pair with this device?
You can pair up to 5 mobile phones. However, you cannot use all 5 at the same time with this device. It cannot support that.
Okay, not a problem. In fact, most Bluetooth phone hands-free units can't support more than one phone at a time. It would be a little confusing anyway. But what's cool about that is perhaps the spouse driving the car, now his or her Bluetooth phone is working as well with this particular unit. I do like how the microphone just sort of pops out. That's kind of cool. That's how you turn it on and off, right?
Yes.
So when you finish a call, just pop it back in and it springs lock back into action.
Exactly, but you want to keep the microphone out so it can stay on, and it's easy to operate. If you notice here, there's only 2 buttons over here. Green, of course, to answer the call, red to reject it. And it supports voice dialing if your phone supports that as well, and you can do last call redialing.
Oh, very good. Now let's talk about the quality. A lot of hands-free speakerphones tend to distort the caller. You may be hearing from your caller that they don't hear you very well. What are we talking about quality-wise? And assuming now that we've got the windows rolled up and the air conditioning on low, so we're eliminating a whole lot of other noise, the radio turned down, etc.
Actually, for the most part of the drive, I had my windows down, and I was speaking to my friends, and they could hear me fine. It actually brings the audio up automatically, and it removes any echo, so it's got a noise-canceling mic and speakerphone.
It is a very unique design, a whole different approach, I guess, to some of the hands-free speakerphones, and it does make a difference. Easy to answer your phone. As you mentioned, you can either push the green button, or if it's voice-activated, you indicate answer at that point, and it'll pick up your phone.
Yes, and like the name implies, light, it is very light, actually. That's why it can clip onto your sun visor.
Okay, from Blue Ant, how much does it cost?
$99 online, but if you find other websites, I found it as low as $79, and I would definitely go out and buy this.
Excellent. More information, of course, available at our website. Come by graveline.com and check out the Blue Ant Supertooth Light Hands-Free. It's time now for our look back at this week in tech history. Here's Chris Graveline.
Thanks. Several patents were issued this week in tech history. First, in 1856, Cullen Whipple of Providence, Rhode Island, received a patent for the screw machine. It was a machine that made screws. In 1882, the first electric flat iron, or what we simply call the electric iron today, was patented by Henry Seeley of New York City. While we're talking about appliances, in 1869, Ives W. McGaffey of Chicago, Illinois, received a patent for the suction vacuum cleaner. That early manual model required you to turn a crank while you were pushing it to operate it. In 1965 this week, Sony Corporation unveiled its first consumer half-inch format helical scan VTR, or videotape recorder. It was priced around $3,000, and that was only in black and white. That's our look back at This Week in Tech History.
Thanks, Chris. Boy, we've come a long way since that old black and white videotape recorder, haven't we? Into tomorrow's This Week in Tech History, as always, brought to you by tigerdirect.com/Dave. When you visit that website, you'll see all sorts of great product selections, some particularly great pricing for our Into Tomorrow listeners and viewers, and the opportunity for you to shop for all kinds of great things at tigerdirect.com/Dave. If you're not already receiving our free once-a-week tech newsletter, please be sure and come by our website and sign up for the tech newsletter. It's jam-packed with all sorts of information, some hints and tips. We've got a tech tip of the week for you, and of course some tech news, some thoughts to make you smile, and lots of information. We don't share your email address with anyone. It's completely private. We don't spam you either. It's a once-a-week tech newsletter. Come by the site at graveline.com or intotomorrow.com, if you will, and sign up. Thanks for joining us. Into Tomorrow.